Well, welcome back to London, and of course the main event Saturday night at the O2 Arena, live and exclusive on DAZN around the world, not pay-per-view, available to subscribers. An unbelievable night of heavyweight boxing. Of course, the main event, Anthony Joshua against Robert Helenius, and a huge heavyweight undercard as well. It's been a challenging few days, and I particularly want to thank the two men to my right and left. Of course, Anthony Joshua, who stayed focused, put 12 weeks of hard work into this camp and was desperate to fight on Saturday night, to progress his career, to showcase the hard work that took place. And Robert Helenius, who accepted the challenge, accepted the call, has a good team of people around him. We knew wouldn't mess around. We knew he was fit. He just boxed at the weekend. We knew he would come to fight. We knew he would try to win. And we have an important heavyweight fight on Saturday night at the O2. Also want to thank, of course, our broadcast partners, DAZN. I've been here before in this situation. It's a very difficult situation, and to take the event off pay-per-view and make sure that they pay a rights fee instead to give subscribers value for money, to give Anthony Joshua the fight, to make sure that everybody on the undercard can fight on Saturday and get paid for their work over the 10-12 weeks of camp, means a lot to us. And congratulations to all DAZN subscribers around the world. You're in for a real treat on Saturday night, and to those who haven't subscribed, please do so, because you're going to get every bit of value on Saturday. So Alfie, that's your little big up. And Marcus, welcome back. You know, when this all unfolded on Saturday night, I got a call from Mike Barreo, your lawyer, and just saying, look, we fight in 2 hours' time. We want to fight AJ next week. And, you know, whether the worlds aligned, whatever they did, you came through with a good victory on Saturday. And this Saturday, just a few days away, you prepared to fight Anthony Joshua at the O2. Strange turn of events, but what an opportunity for your man.
Absolutely. Massive opportunity. And I mean, when do you get this close call in 1 week, and you come off a camp and you're in shape, and everything's just falling into place.
Obviously, it was important to get that victory on Saturday. It was a routine win as well, but good to actually do the ring walk, get the victory, knock someone out. And you guys come into this fight with confidence. I know some feel there's question marks over Anthony Joshua, but you know what victory would do for Robert's career, his life on Saturday night.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll mean everything.
Robert, welcome. We know you're a great pro. You fought some of the very best in the world. This opportunity, subject to the negotiations where we got to in the end, was one that you were absolutely not letting slip. Massive, massive moment for you on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, this fight offer came to me after my fight. 5 minutes after my fight, I was going on a vacation with my family, but not anymore. Here we are. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And luckily, we had a good training camp behind us, so I feel ready.
One of the reasons that we wanted to take the fight is, one, we know that you're a real fighter, but also that you're in shape. No excuses at the same time. This isn't a case of, oh, I only got the call Saturday. You've been in training camp. You boxed on Saturday. You're ready to fight.
Yeah, I'm ready to fight. That's why I'm here. Otherwise I wouldn't be here.
This man to my right, you've shared rounds before in sparring. I know you respect each other.
I respect him, yeah.
Two big, strong heavyweights who can really punch.
Yeah.
Going to be a hell of a fight.
It's going to be glorious.
And you believe you're not here to make up the numbers. You believe you win this fight. You win this fight, all of a sudden, the Wilder fight, the Usyk fight, the Fury fight, they're all there for you.
Exactly. No, I've been chasing the World Championship for, I think, 15 years. And when you get this big of an opportunity, you can't let it slip. And I will give everything in my power to win this fight.
And that's the message as well to, I know a lot of Finnish fans as well will be tuning in on DAZN as well, but a massive moment for your country.
It was big news in Finland as well. So
I can imagine. But to the fans here that see a fighter coming in at 1 week's notice, you assure them you will give everything.
Exactly, I assure you all.
Thank you, Robert. Derek, not what we expected, but you've been around long enough to know this can happen, and you've got to be ready for anything. Right. Your thoughts when the news come about fighting in general? All the word out of camp is that this has been a tremendous camp, and this guy ready to fight on Saturday.
Well, just finding it out, it was a little, you get it and you realize it and you have to move forward. And it was all about, after that, it was about Robert Helenius, who was a pretty good fighter. And you'll see everything that AJ's been able to work on throughout camp and implement it into this game.
He seems very happy. When I came to Dallas, he seems to be gelling with you very well. You echo that as well. Obviously, only one fight together before with Jermaine Franklin. It was a fast turnaround, but this time done some great work and made some big progress.
But this time we had a little bit more time. He came a little earlier. We had a month and a half before we went to Vegas and trained, so it was all good. It's all about a process, and he's bought into the process, and we're constantly getting better and better and better. And so Helenius is here, and it's time for us to implement everything we've been working on.
From a style perspective, different to Dillian Whyte, a much smaller fighter who likes to come in, low and shoulder roll a little bit at times. And this is a big, tall, stand-up heavyweight. A lot of people feel like that's a good style for AJ as well. But two big men, going to be an interesting heavyweight matchup.
I think the only thing different was that the fact you have to change the trajectory of the punching. So before it was shorter, lower, so now it's a little higher because I think Helenius was 6'9", 6'8". So, but it's good though. It'll be good. It'll show his ability to transition from fighting one guy and finding out a week later fight another guy. So you'll see.
AJ, been an interesting week. You kept yourself nice and tucked away, nice and quiet. Let the teams do their work. And when you found out about this, you messaged me to say, sorry, I know how hard Matchroom worked for this. We were all thinking about you. How you were feeling, what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the reaction would necessarily be. It was definitely the one that I hoped for, which is no, I've put the work in. I'm ready to fight on Saturday.
Yeah, so I also looked at the undercard as well, and I know how much it means for them to compete. I know how hard you guys work, not only you, I know all of your backroom staff as well, so I didn't want to let anyone down, my coach, etc., the zone. So it's kind of like a responsibility. Late replacements aren't ideal, but I'd say this is the third time it's happened. We had it with Kubrat Pulev and Takam, Jarrell Miller, Ruiz, now this situation. So this is what happens. A long career will present these type of obstacles, and I've just got to get used to them. So yeah, this is just another rock in my shoe towards the top of the mountain.
It's been a long time since you faced a tall, stand-up heavyweight, 6'9", someone that's bigger than you as well. Sometimes those late replacements have been a style that maybe are less suited, but looking forward to a matchup with a big, tall, strong heavyweight on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. The principle still remains the same, is worry about myself. And we spar, like Helenius, we've shared the ring together years ago though, sparring as well, but we shared the ring together. And I've sparred so many people, different styles, I've competed with so many styles. And the objective remains the same, is victory. The objective remains the same, is victory by any means. And there's no overtime in boxing, so I've got to be on my A game and inflict pain to get the victory.
I know that you're always positive in camp, but a lot of the feedback I get comes from people around camp, and the genuine feedback this time around is we're in a great place physically, mentally. The work has been spot on as well. Was that part of the decision-making process that you want to stay active? You've done the work. You're in great shape mentally, physically. It's time to fight.
Yeah. So coming off the back of like COVID and stuff, everyone suffered during that period. The whole sport industry slowed down, and now we just want to get some momentum going again. As Derek said, I came out to camp early on this year, and I took some months, but like a couple of weeks back here, maybe a month back in the UK, and I went straight back out to Dallas and just tried to progress on. So no matter what happened, my goal was to continue to fight as many times as possible. Like Helenius, he fought on Saturday, he's doing the right thing. As a fighter, you have to stay busy, you have to stay active, keep on expressing your skill, and that's the only way to improve. Obviously, I haven't been fighting. I fought the start of April, the early start of this year, but I spent a lot of time in the ring in Dallas, we do a lot of ring work, and that's the closest thing to a fight. So it's not just hitting the bag, shadow boxing and mitts. We do a lot of combat training, so I'm physically ready.
I know in this decision-making process you were like, whoever, just tell me who, but you do know this gentleman to my left, you've sparred rounds as well, a good heavyweight, you know, someone that's technically good, awkward, good jab, can punch as well. It's a real fight.
It'd be silly to underestimate Helenius, silly to underestimate anyone, so I've got to take him deadly serious, and credit to him as well. He's coming to roll the dice, he wants to win. As you mentioned, other heavyweights, certain people, obviously finances is a big issue, risk versus reward, but in reality that's not all there is to this for him. He wants to win, so he's here, so good luck to him, and shout out to everyone in Finland as well. I've been there before, and we're looking to combine UK, Finland and the rest of the world, bring some good entertainment from the top right to the bottom. The undercard is phenomenal, so yeah, don't miss a fight, do not miss a fight, because this card is unbelievable.
Yeah, as you said, great night, heavyweight action, particularly as well. Yeah. Very few coming back for refunds, because as well, you're in a big fight, but from top to bottom, Chisora, Washington, Dempsey McKean against Philip Hergovich, Harry Armstrong against Johnny Fisher,
That's a great fight.
Campbell Hatton, you're one of your stable mates in a tough fight as well. As always, it's the old days at the O2, it's a stacked card.
Man, we're bringing it back, we're bringing it back. It's going to be a really good night for sure, and this is what we want to bring. This is entertainment for everyone. It's not just like, oh, I'm coming out to watch Anthony Joshua. No, I'm coming out to watch a Matchroom show. I'm coming out to watch a great night of boxing, so credit to everyone involved in this.
Thank you, AJ. We look forward to a tremendous heavyweight fight. Two very good, very experienced heavyweights. Anthony Joshua will face off against Robert Helenius on Saturday night at the O2, live and exclusive on DAZN around the world. A huge undercard as well. Derek Chisora against Gerald Washington. The IBF mandatory position up for grabs with Philip Hergovich against Dempsey McKean. Johnny Fisher steps up for his first title fight as well. Campbell Hatton takes a big step up against Tom Ansell. Maisie Rose Courtney, George Liddard and Brandon Scott, some of our best prospects in action before the bell. It's non-stop from start to finish. Get ready for a huge show on Saturday night. We're going to face off these fighters and we'll see the media shortly. Thank you. Right at the front here, Mark. Face to face, please.
Good luck.
He said that. Chisora.
Well, I know you wore your Croatian colours here today, Derek, but we're going to talk about your fight now. This is a great fight. This is a must-win fight for two great heavyweights that have really mixed at the absolute elite level of the sport. Derek Chisora against Gerald Washington. Two guys that put their name into the Anthony Joshua hat at the weekend, and one of the reasons we didn't move forward with either of these is because we wanted to see this fight. It's a really great fight for the undercard. Derek Chisora goes again at the O2, the home of so many incredible performances by him. Malik Scott trained Gerald Washington in the house. Welcome, Gerald. I guess you look at this fight, you fancy this fight. Do you see yourself as a favourite in this fight on paper? I know it's one that you and Malik Scott truly believe you win.
I think it's a great matchup for us. We've been working hard for a long time. We haven't fought for over a year and a half, so I'm grateful for this opportunity to you and to Derek for giving us this shot. We've been working, so we're looking forward to this.
I guess for you, sometimes it's a little bit, don't chin me, but it's a little bit hot and cold. Sometimes you had a big knockout win over Robert Helenius a few years ago, and then other times, blown a little bit cold as well. Where are you at with your career? Where are you at with your training? Malik messaged me when Dillian was out of the fight saying, honestly, this guy's ready. He's trained hard. Where are you at in your mind, physically, and in your career right now?
Yeah, I know I've been up and down. It's just a matter of being consistent for me. I started late in the game. I started when I was 30 years old. I had a lot of great opportunities, great wins. I fought for the heavyweight championship of the world. I've had big fights, but just learning along the way, and I'm grateful to be here, to be able to fight here in London for the first time. It's going to be we're ready to put on a good show.
And finally, this man to my right, who great character, great fighter,
Yes, sir. Yes,
super
sir.
tough.
Yes.
Going to take some beating on Saturday night, but if you beat this man, all of a sudden puts you in the frame for massive fights, massive paydays, and it's going to be a lot of action this fight.
Yeah, it's going to be back in the mix, baby.
Mr. Chisora, welcome. I thought it was Louis Vuitton, but it's actually Five Guys.
I can't afford Louis Vuitton.
Shout out to your sponsors
With the
as
money you
always.
pay me, I can't afford.
Obviously, we know of the problems with the main event, which you kindly offered to help out for, because...
No, don't try and make me fall out with my brother. I didn't offer out. Don't try. I didn't say anything. I just kept quiet. People put my name in the bag. I just kept quiet. Listen, it happens. It's quite sad. I feel bad for you because how many pay-per-views have you done?
Many.
No. On his own.
No, well, their plan is to not do the pay-per-views. But
because every time you try to do a pay-per-view, somebody fucks it up for you.
I know.
And I'm so sorry for you.
Thank you, Derek. I'd literally just got over it.
Yeah, I get it, man. It's 2 pay-per-views you try to do and then you've been fucked up. I apologize. Maybe you just give me the debate. I'll just do it for you easy, bro.
Yeah? Okay.
I'll sell out a thing for you.
Thank you. Well, we'll talk about your fight. This is a great fight.
Yeah, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Prince Khalid and everybody at Skill Challenge, because to be God honest truth with you guys, Skill Challenge 258 put me on this undercard. Eddie didn't want to put me on this undercard. He didn't want to pay me. So my money came from Skill Challenge. So for me,
let's be honest. You're so expensive.
No, let's be honest. That's
I agree, though. I agree.
You didn't want to pay me. So for me to sit here and
I'm not actually paying it for the undercard, but anyway.
For me to sit here and then like me and you are best friends is just bullshit. Let's all be honest about it. So
what, me and you?
Yeah, we're not really best friends.
I like you.
I like you too, but we're not really best friends.
Not really, no. I mean, but I appreciate the Five Guys you bring in to the change rooms after.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. That's everybody. Everybody has to eat after the fight. That's it. But you know what? It's gonna be a great show. It's a problem, because, I want to talk about this. It's a problem in this sport of ours that boxing is already a harder sport enough to fight somebody's kid when you're not on drugs. Now imagine now it's not even the fighters I blame. I want to blame the trainers. The trainers. Like your boxing trainer, your S&C coaches. Those are the guys who give you that shit. Not the boxer. You don't see a fighter go, oh, let me go online, let me get this to enhance my body. No. I blame the trainers. They're like, if I get this for you, you can do this and do this. Those are the people I blame for this, because boxing it's already a hard sport already without people taking drugs. Do you understand? I don't take drugs in boxing, to be honest with you, but I take drugs when I go to Ibiza. Do you understand? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's allowed. I smoke a bit of reefer once in a while, but that's cool. But I don't take it for me to fight another person's kid. No, I don't do that. So I think I think they should put a new rule now. If you get caught taking any supplements in boxing, this is from the British Border Control. It's gonna have to be a 10-year ban straight away. A 10-year ban, because how about if you hit that kid and he dies? What are you gonna do? I've boxed for 20 years now. I've never taken any drugs. The only time I've been banned from boxing is when I beat somebody's ear. But that's it. But I was not banned for drugs. So I think the rules should change in actually for the British Border Control. get caught taking drugs, it's a 10-year ban straight away. There's no excuses. Now, I've said my piece anyway now. Yeah, I'm happy to fight Gerald Washington. I thank Prince Khalifa for putting me on this card. I was told not to say so much, because I don't want to offend lots of people. I don't mind offending people, but Eddie, I still love you, though, you know that.
But I would like to thank Prince Khalifa because it is a true story.
Yeah.
But I always want to see you on the card, and this is a big fight for you. And I know you never really want to analyse fights and talk about the desire and what's going to happen when you fight this guy at the O2.
They're all big, man. All the fights I've been in, they're all big, bro. They're all my babies. I love them. I love all the fights from the moment I had my first fight and until the moment I have my last fight. They're all my babies. I love them. I got 2 kids, and I love all my kids the same way. I don't love one better than the other one. I love them all the same. Even from the moment I walked in the ring, from the amateurs, I love all my fights the same. I'm happy I'm fighting Gerald Washington. I know what Gerald Washington is going to bring. He's going to have to put his Usain Bolt shoes on. He's going to run. And that is all goes on the shoe. He's going to run, but it's okay. We're going to chase him, and we're going to find him, we're going to fuck him up. He's my friend. I ain't gonna lie to you, he's my friend. But when I get in the ring, I'm gonna eat this guy up. He's gonna have to have something unbelievable for me, to come after him. But whatever happens, I'm gonna eat him up.
I know you talk about you just love to fight, but also at the same time, this is a fight that you have to win.
Mate,
you just look at it like that, or is it just another fight for you?
All fights you have to win, man. Jesus Christ, it's like all fights you have to win. Sometimes it's not your day. All fights you have to win. Man makes plans and God loves him. So, I can say, yes, I'm going to knock him out in the 3rd round, and I go to 12 rounds. All fights you have to win. You think I didn't want to win my last 22 fights I lost? No, I'm joking.
One thing I will say, the O2 been a great home for you, always unbelievable support
O2's home for
fight
me.
fans. And as you look around, not just the young fighters, of course, but a great heavyweight card. Great fight to the right of you with Philip and Dempsey and young Johnny Fisher in a big test. Great heavyweight action.
Mate, I moved around with Johnny. Johnny's a good kid, bro. I love his way. He fights for the people. My man, I'm wearing his national flag colors. I've seen him box with the Chinese power. It was a very tricky fight for him in Saudi. I was there. Harry, I used to train with Harry with Don. So it's a good fight. The southpaw guy I was training, don't really know much about him. But he's a good fighter. It's all good, man. It's a good undercard. You got Spider-Man. You got Ricky Hatton's son down there. Is that him? Is Ricky's son here?
It's Campbell.
Campbell? Fuck you ignoring me for? What's wrong with you, boy? How are you?
Good, mate, you?
Yeah, I'm good, my brother.
Good, man.
I watched Campbell's last fight. His body shot he hit the guy with. I felt it myself when I was on the floor. So listen, it's gonna be a good card. And to the fans, I apologize for what happened to the fight. We wanted to watch the rematch. AJ and Dillian. I spoke to Dillian. Dillian feels bad. He goes, Eddie, you did something with his bloods. So I don't know.
Thanks, Derek. Definitely didn't want this fight to fall through.
No, I spoke to him. He said you did something to his bloods. I'm like, what did he do?
I knew I'd get the blame.
Somebody has to get the blame.
Exactly.
Do you
Thank you.
understand? But anyway, listen, I hope you guys enjoy the show. It's going to be a great show. I'm excited. I'm buzzing. Thank you. And for that, thank you very much.
My final question. You've shared the ring with Robert Helenius, tall, stand-up, 6'9" guy. Good match-up for AJ. Again, tricky with a 5-day replacement, but I know you spoke to him. He's looked great in this camp.
Listen, I've shared the ring 12 rounds with him, yeah. This man knocked him out. How many rounds he knocked him out in? 8 rounds. So, I did 12, he did 8. So I think AJ should knock him out in 3rd round. Fair and square?
Okay.
Yeah,
fingers crossed.
No fingers crossed. I'm going to tell AJ, you need to knock this guy out so we can have an early night home.
Good. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to everybody on the card. A great undercard of action.
Good luck to you too, Eddie.
Thank you. I need it, especially sitting next to you. Thank you to everybody up here, the media, and we will have the main event press conference shortly. think?
I'm fucking, I know so.
Gonna run? You're not gonna run, are you?
You're gonna run.
Don't want to run against Del Boy.
Fuck him up, bro. Don't fucking touch me. What the fuck you think this is?
Oh no.
Fucking this nigga. Fuck him up. That's what it's about. I'm not. We'll see.
You ain't gonna touch me, bro.
I told you he's gonna run. I'm gonna give him 100 grand. Come on.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.